Okay, we're going to talk about recoloring our banner. Once we've designed our banners, I wanted you to look at doing three different colorways. So first I'm going to do is make a copy of my banners. So I'm going to use my artboards, and I'm going to go shift and hold both of them. So I'm grabbing both my artboards and I'm copying them, Command C, and I want to make sure I'm not locked. It's telling me, I don't think anything is locked. There we go. And I'm Command V, I'm copying them. I'm going to move them down here. So here's my first copy. I'm going to do another set, Command V, and there's my third set. So now I have, and you can see they're here in my artboards, I have three sets. This is one and two is colorway one, three and four is going to be colorway two, and five and six is going to be the next colorway. So I'm doing that so I have the same design. Once I've gotten my design final, I want to look at it in different colorways. So a couple things that Adobe Color is allowing us to do is look at color in a whole new way that never used to be available to us. This is a fairly new tool. And so I'm going to go under the edit menu. I'm going to zoom in so you can really see. Actually, I'm going to leave the first one where it is, and we're going to do the second one. So I'm going to go with the second one. I'm going to go to the edit menu, and I'm going to say edit colors. And then I'm going to go into ReColor artwork. There's a ReColor with a preset, and then there's also a generative ReColor. And so I'm going to kind of introduce this generative ReColor is brand new. It's only like a year old, if not even that. I think I'll start with, and that's your AI. So there's ReColor artwork. Let's start with what that is. Let me move this over so you can see it. So generative ReColor is showing me like there's the colors I currently have. It's saying color library. Now I can choose a color library that I want to use. So for example, I can say art history, Middle Ages. And look at that. It's immediately changing my color palette to a different palette. Everything has been changed. You see that? I can also choose to move things around within that new color palette. You see that? I think the reason these boats aren't changing is I think those aren't vector. I think those are images. That's why the boats aren't changing. In case you're like, why are the boats not changing? I think those are vector. That's why. Um, so then, so that's one way, right? So I chose a color range. I can go through and try different ones. Like here's earth tones, right? Um, I can also decide to do it on auto. I can say, maybe change five colors, or I can say all the colors. I can do a color theme picker. I can change the position of this design and just move and change things around. I can move it around this way and adjust the color palette. There's a lot of flexibility. I can decide what's the most prominent color over here down in the bar. So anyway, there's lots of ways I can change this. I'm just getting uglier and uglier with whatever I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just getting worse. But the idea here is that, you can really explore and try lots of different things. I'm going to go back to art history and then pick another direction and then just kind of move it around. Okay. So let's say I've got this one where I want it. So that's that one. Now I'm going to go down here to the third one. I'm going to select everything again. I'm going to go back to edit colors. This time I'm going to do generative recolor. This is the AI feature within Illustrator and where we can add a prompt. So I'm going to now say Venice, VENU, then why am I forgetting how to spell Venice?
I think Venice.
ICE. Thank you. Like going, why? ICE, Italy, one T, getting too fast. And then I'm going to say Venice, Italy, and see what it gives us. Generate. Now it's going to give me three ones to look at. So it's giving me this one. And again, the boats aren't going to color because they're not vector. They are an image. This one and this one, right? Um, I can kind of tell them what I think is good or not good. Like let's say I decide like this feels good. I'm going to say that's a good result. If I want to respond, I can keep generating too. I can say I don't like any of them. Let's try some more. And here's some more. And they're going to keep adding. Okay, so that's another way using the AI prompt generative recolor and say like the place you're doing and see what it comes up with if you're liking that better than the others. So try both of them. Um, and you can see you have less controllers with this one. So then you can go back to the recolor. And now I'm back here. And now I can actually tweak this a little bit more if I want to. So I can start with the generative AI and then come back and tweak this. And I can decide which color do I want to be primary, right? Do I want it to be here? You know, what do I want to have less of or more of? And you can adjust it like that. Okay, so those are ways to do recolor. I think it's super great to explore and experience. Remember, make copies of your artwork before you go into the recolor so we can see the different versions. And then once you have all three of your versions, okay, put that up on your mural board. And you can do that by, you can do a screen grab. You don't have to necessarily export them all, but if you want to, you can also export them. You can just go here under File, Export. Where did it go? Where's my export window? I feel like my computer export as, there we go. I'm going to do this to my desktop because, and I'm going to say I want them to be a PDF and I want to use all my artboards because I want to see all of them. Okay, PDFs, all, and I'm going to say export. And I'm going to keep them small file size because these are just color tests. Export the PDF. And so then I can come back over to Mural and put them on my mural board. So let me, why is my mouse not wanting to cooperate? Here we go. Let's go to, okay, so I'm going to grab an empty board. This was mine, I think. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my refinements right here. I'm going to go ahead and then just bring them in. Import images from my computer, desktop, open. Extract all 6 pages. Okay, there's my color options. So there I have all three directions to choose from. I can just put them up here on my mirror board. Okay, and then you can explore them. We can talk about them. Okay, so that's how you recolor and come up with your different colorways. Pretty fun, right? Any questions?
So I want to ask, when I was creating my the banner, I was just bringing the colored symbols into the pieces of banner. So as I'm seeing here, you're able to change the colors. Should I keep it black and white and bring it then I'm gonna apply the color to it, or how it's gonna
No,
work?
you need to start with color. So you need to start, you notice how I started with one that was already fully colored. So
Yeah.
start with your first one that's fully colored, that you're coloring by using your libraries. So one of the things we're using is, where's my libraries? Oh, here they are. Hold on, let me bring them over to the screen so you can see them. So we're starting off with libraries. So I have my GD1 library and my color themes. So for example, I'm creating this design. Let me get here. And I'm choosing colors from my library, right? So I'm going to come in and make color choices from my library and fill everything out. So I have the basic design I want based on the colors from my library. Then I'm going to come in and recolor it once I have a fully colored version.
Yeah, for the solid colors, I got it. But for example, like here, the leaves, how it's have the two colors, the light green and dark green. It's gonna change by itself.
That's your, yeah, it'll change by itself in the recolor. So notice how this is a pattern that I
Hmm.
made with two colors. So this pattern, let me go into my swatches so you can see. Windows, swatches. Okay, so I have a pattern here. I'm going to just open it. That's a pattern of from my swatch menu right here. So I made it with a background color and it's a two color pattern. When I use the recolor feature in Illustrator, it goes in and you'll notice it on my other two recolors. See, it changes the two color pattern. It literally edits the pattern. And now if you look over here, I have those patterns, those new patterns that recolor made in my swatches. So there's that one and there's that one. So they've been added here to my swatches. So they've actually given me when I recolored it, it recolored and made new patterns that it's added to my swatches. Same with the little gondolier guy. Same thing. So
Okay,
those
thank
are
you.
those are patterns that are now added to my patterns. Yeah. Does that answer your question? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good. All right. Good. So I'm going to stop here and then we're going to go into some of the other questions I heard earlier.
I have a question.